So that was the beginning of my day. I went to the CLDPR sample sale. It was insane. I got so many awesome, amazing things. Hannah Lou! Oh my god, that's from my Team Jonas days, from my fangirl days. What's up, Hannah? How you doing? Oh, there's a lot more coming out of this head. Okay, so after the sample sale, they were also really gracious and gifted me a few things, so I'm gonna be posting and promoting some things. This whole influencer promotions PR world, it's, you know, I'm gonna try to pull the curtain back as much as I can without, like, you know, breaking contracts. Ooh, whew. There we go. Yes. Someone said not Team Jonas. Y'all, I was a Jonas Brothers stan. I paid my own money to be a member of the Jonas Brothers fan club online. Y'all, I was in it deep. Oh, this feels really good, you guys. Oh, wow. Okay, so I went to the sample sale, and then I met up with Susie and a couple other girlies for a quick lunch, and then I rushed back to my hotel to get my hair and makeup done by the amazing Nurians. Wow. So then after I got my hair and makeup done, I went to the Revolve Winter Wonderland event, and it was super fun. My only complaint is that it was an outdoor event. And listen, even though we are in LA, it is still 50 degrees outside. Oh, I think it's time to take these lashes off, you guys. Oh, and I was a Kevin girl. Because all my friends were Nick and Joe girls, and I felt bad that no one was a Kevin girl, so I trained myself to become a Kevin girl. So that's where I fell. Okay, so I went to the Revolve event. That was super fun. I met a lot of people in person. I met, oh my god, who did I meet? So I ran to Rachel Lindsay for the first time in person. That was super fun. I think I saw Winnie Harlow there, I'm pretty sure. I saw Zachary Reality was there. He was super sweet. There were like really fun cocktails. There was like a hot toddy was one of the cocktails, but it's funny, like it felt so cold outside and the drink was steaming because temperature wise it was a lot colder outside, but when you actually drank it, it wasn't as piping hot as you needed it to warm up. It was fun. I did the carpet, did a couple photos. It was a lot of fun. My publicist was there, introduced me to a lot of awesome people. So yeah, I really liked it. These influencer events are so interesting because, I mean, like, everybody is important in some aspect. And so you kind of get confronted with a lot of different egos, but I am lucky enough to know a lot of good people and to be introduced to a lot of good people. So, you know, if I've encountered someone that kind of has an ego, it's their problem, not mine. That's my motto. It's someone else's problem, not mine. So even when you get the people who are so focused on the photo or like pushing someone out the way to get the shot, it's just like, okay, it's not that serious. It's never that serious. So that was fun. It was a good time. Someone said, ego spill. Honestly, there's nothing to spill because I didn't know who the people were. It's more of like someone will kind of roll their eyes or kind of like scoff if you're taking a picture too long or if you're waiting on a spot or something like that. So yeah, it's interesting seeing how that dynamic can bring out different dynamics in people. But you know, I was chilling and the people I was hanging around were chilling too. LA it's an interesting space. And it's funny because like there are so many cool events that I've gone to and really cool people, but you either meet people that are just the coolest people you've ever met in your life and you get along with them really well, or you meet people that are just like, so who are you? How did you get here? Who's your publicist? Oh, and you got here? Like you just so like how many things do you have to LA's really interesting. But even then, like, I still had a really good time at the Revolve event. It was fun. And I've always wanted to work with Revolve, so I'm really excited to be a Revolve ambassador now. That's really exciting. Did you meet Susie from The Bachelor? So I was with Susie for lunch, and then I saw Susie again at the Stephen Lovegrove ball, the Noel ball tonight. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect from it. I figured it'd be a good time. I figured I'd meet a lot of different people, but it's funny how small this reality TV influencer circle bubble is. When you meet and I never found my food from earlier. It never delivered, so that's a bummer. That's why I just stayed by all the food. I stayed by all the food at both of these events. But yeah, this, like, the reality star, influencer pipeline bubble circle, it's really, really interesting. I think because I was so deeply entrenched in pageants, I by nature, I have to blow my nose. Where's my bag with the napkins that I stole? So by nature, and I'm so sorry, I'm going to blow my nose on here, guys. That's, like, not a cute sound at all to hear, so I'm apologizing now. What was I saying? Right, so because I'm so deeply entrenched in pageants, and because there's just been this kind of pipeline from pageant to reality TV, I just, by happenstance, know people who have been in the reality TV world. And, it was cool going to this event, but I didn't realize I would walk into the event and be like, oh, I actually already know a lot of people that are here. I got to see my friend Spencer. That was really fun to connect with him again. That was really funny because I've known that kid since we were 5 years old. I've known that guy since we were 5. And literally it was like picking up and hanging out with a buddy. We talked about a lot of mutuals that we have back at home. Crazy. I saw Susie, I saw Marlena, like, I can't even get all the names out. I met so many really cool people. I've seen a lot of cool people at these events. Demi from The Bachelor was there. She was so funny. She was, like, bowing down. She was like, I was crying when you won. I was crying. I said, Demi? Like, Demi, you were crying? Kenya Moore was not there. Kenya Moore was not at that event. I will tell you that right now. Nobody from the Real Housewives shows was there. Shayna was there from Vanderpump Rules. I've seen Shayna so much lately. Like, Shayna goes to so many different events. Someone said, hook us up with Spencer. He's so handsome. He's a sweetheart. Like, Spencer has always been so sweet. He's always been so good looking. He loves Joseph. He was like, oh, I saw Joseph. He's a good looking dude. He's like, I'm a dude that's never been afraid to say if another dude's a good looking dude. That's a real looking dude. He's great. And they would get along really well. I'd love for them to be. But yeah, Spencer is still single, and I told him that maybe I will run my own version of The Bachelor on my Instagram stories because he deserves, like, a really good partner. And I've got a lot of access to help set him up. So yeah, if you guys want to date Spencer, I'm stepping up to the plate to be a wing woman. He's awesome. I'm a big, big advocate of Spencer. He spoke real. You guys are so funny. Demi was very supportive of you this season. Demi's awesome. Demi and I, someone said Spencer twice? Yeah, Spencer twice. Demi's awesome. Demi and I have texted a little bit, so you never know who you're actually going to run into in these events. So I think literally, like, I had pizza covered in too much pepper flakes. I told you guys I stayed by the food the whole time. I had pizza that was covered in too many pepper flakes. I think I turned around and it was Demi, and I was like, hey! And she just, like, started screaming and jumping up and down, jumping up and down, jumping up and down. I was like, hey girl, you good? Like, how we doing? So it was funny. And then she was telling Mackenzie Dittman was on Love Island. She also competed. Mackenzie was competing in Miss Arizona USA. So I know her through that world. Again, the pageant world just really opened up a lot of connections for me. But, so she's jumping up and down. And she goes, this is Mackenzie, my bang sister, because they both have bangs. And so Demi's just like, like rapidly explaining what Big Brother is and my gameplay and my season to Mackenzie, and Mackenzie's like, I say this all the time. If you explain, or if you try to explain what Big Brother is to someone who has no idea what it is, you start to look crazy. It's like, 16 people live in a house, and then they all compete for power, and then what else do? They compete for a veto, and 2 people get nominated, and then there's a lot of backstabbing, and there's backdooring. You know what backdooring is? And there's a veto. Do you know what a veto is? And there's 6 people play, 3 people, the nominees, the head of household, and then 3 random, like, it's too much. Live eviction, Julie Chen. It sounds like Mad Libs when you try to explain Big Brother to somebody. So it was fun. I had a really good time. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if people would be too up in their own egos, but people had fun. People let loose. People had a good time. Drinks were flowing. I didn't drink. I just ate a lot of pizza and tee-hee-heed and giggled. So yeah, I had a good time tonight. I wish I was at Hearts. I really do. I want to thank all of you. Seriously, I cannot thank you enough. I did it on the private feed. I think I did it on Twitter, which honestly, I don't know why I'm so active on Twitter. I need to TikTok more. Let's be real. Were there 16 house guests? Marcellas, are you being shady? What are you talking about? Not even wine? No. Joseph loved your outfit. Oh, I know, he texted me. He said some very sweet things that only a boyfriend can say. So, don't leave Twitter. I'm not going to leave Twitter. It'll still be there. I just would like to be more active on TikTok. I have fun, like, consuming content on TikTok, but making it is not good. Oh, there were 12 in the old days. Yeah, there's 16 now. 16 house guests now. Brock, what's up? Brock's in the chat. Yo, I've seen Brock everywhere. Joseph, what are you doing here? Go to sleep. Are you sick? I'm not sick. I actually get really hoarse and really stuffed up anytime I go out. It's actually part of the reason why I really don't like going out. Twitter matches your personality. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, baby, I miss you. Should I hang up and just FaceTime you? But yeah, I don't really like going out at all. I don't like yelling to have a conversation with somebody. That's why I would much rather have someone just come over, maybe have a glass of wine, let's sit on the couch, let's chat, because I don't like losing my voice. Like, my throat voice feels very raw right now, which is not a fun experience for me. But Joseph Wall's gonna hang up on FaceTime soon, baby. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning where you are, honey. You need to go to sleep. You have a long day. Oh my god, so many people want to go live. Okay. Should I go? I'm going to go live with Marcellas right now. Let's do that. You better be ready, because that thing will just tell you, like, 3, 2, 1. Look who it is! Hi!
Hi.
How are you, boo?
Turn down my television.
Look at you in luxury.
With the,
Is that your monogrammed robe?
You know how we do.
That's how we be, boo.
Hi, beauty. How are you?
Hi, my love. I'm good. So, I leave LA tomorrow morning, but I'll be back next week. So we get to have FaceTime, real FaceTime next week.
Okay, please. Because
Okay.
it hasn't been since that night, and that was so short and so brief.
It was. You were in your element. You were on. We need to have.
I was in my element. Towards the end, I was so like out of it. I was so tired. I was like, did you notice that I didn't even take any pictures with Karen and with Tamiko? I was like, okay, I'm done.
I thought you did. I thought you had the photographer come over and take photos. I stood on the sideline and then I jumped in.
I took pictures with you and them because I wanted to make that moment happen. And then after that, I was like, I'm out. I didn't leave, but I was like disconnected.
You're tapped out.
I'm done.
I get it. There are so many times like I think I didn't eat enough today. That's what it was. So before I actually went to the events I had to go to today, I was like, I cannot. I do not want to. I get it.
Did you hire a publicist or are you doing everything yourself?
No, child, I hired a publicist. Oh no. There. I would not be alive if I was doing this on my own. Oh my God.
It's so crazy. Are you enjoying it though?
I am. I'm having a lot of fun. It's weird having sentences come out of my mouth where I say things like, oh, my publicist will do this, or contact my publicist, or contact my manager. It's like, who is saying this? Like, I was just a girl that was training to compete for a state pageant a year and a half ago. You know?
Listen, it goes so fast. So enjoy it enjoy it now. And then hopefully it will last forever. I was just talking to Lisa today and we were like reminiscing about like the old days. It was so crazy. Like that first like year, it was like, oh my God, like running around doing like everything you possibly could. But now you have to start auditioning. You have to start booking stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep that money in my account.
Yes. Because girl, let me tell you something. I spent so much of Lisa's money because all we were doing was running the streets together.
Like, Lisa's money.
Literally. That's all we did.
And she didn't have money like I do either.
Because, and she didn't, back then it was $500,000, so she didn't have like it wasn't like this like terrific amount of money, after taxes.
No, but those taxes probably down to $250.
Yeah, she would never let me pay for anything, and we would be like going on trips, and we would be going to dinners and and I was like, but I have money because I was actually making money doing appearances, and she was like, no. But I think she always felt sort of like she didn't like I think she almost felt like she didn't deserve the money in a weird way. Like she had like such a disdain for it in a weird way. So I think she kind of burned through it. Like,
like let me take care of everybody else.
Yeah.
I get that. I think I've been smart with it, paid the taxes, invested some, I've paid off bills and debts. But there's definitely that feeling of like, oh my God, there's so much sitting there, and there are so many people around me that went through hell for me. Like my best friend on the front lines managing my social media, my mom, my poor mom. Like she says she loves Celebrity Big Brother. She says if Celebrity Big Brother comes back, she won't watch it. She can't stomach it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking my best friends on vacation. I'm taking my mom on vacation, sending her to the spa. And it's not to say that I can't afford it. Like I'm being responsible with it, but you definitely, once you get this massive income, you're like, okay, let me take care of all the other people first, because they did so much to protect me while I was gone.
Girl, you better start holding on to that money. Like my mother said this funny thing when I got kicked off the first time, because I got kicked off. But she said, it's a good thing you didn't win that money, because you would have had to give it all away to like my family. And I was always like, are you crazy? I wouldn't have given them nothing. But then I think about it, it's like, how can you not, if your brothers are like, I need this and I like that and I want that. Because I mean, I don't have any money now and they're still in my pocket. They think because I'm on television or because I have books, or they're like, oh, you rich, pay my rent. And I'm like, are you crazy? Get a job.
No, pay my rent. Get a job.
Immediately.
I
stop fucking around.
These comments are killing me. They're like, Marcellas, what's your fountain of youth? You look better than you did on your season. Someone said you look younger than people on my own season. Y'all need to stop me for no reason.
That's true.
I am trying to spread kindness.
No shade. But that's true. We had that little conversation, and I'm sorry that like not all of them are Team Taylor. That makes me sad.
What you said?
I said I'm sorry that not all of your house guests are Team Taylor.
I would have liked to have a at least cordial relationship with everybody from my cast, but if some people don't want to do that, then I just don't have the energy to waste on trying to get people to like me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you want to talk
You know,
numbers, we can look at the follower count. I don't have to worry about the
people,
people that aren't following me or care
right.
about
People
me.
think that you're gonna be friends with everybody, and it's like you wouldn't have been friends with those people if you hadn't met them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's because I don't speak to, like, literally, I speak to like maybe 2 or 3 people from Big Brother, period, like across the board, you know, from both seasons.
Hi.
And you. And, you know, every now and then Xavier, and I love Joseph, even though I don't know him very well. But I still speak to Lisa, who won my season. I speak to Danielle, who everybody assumes that Danielle and I would hate each other because of the way that things played out. But,
Yeah.
you know, 20 years later, we had to get over it at some point. You know, hopefully. But, you know, you're not, I'm just saying all of that to say you're not going to be friends with all of them, and just understand. It's almost like the pageant world. Every girl that you did a pageant with, you're not going to end up being friends with. Some people you vibe with and some people you don't.
Yeah.
I say that all the time to people. People are like, do you still speak to Amy? Do you still speak to Janelle? Do you still speak to this person? I'm like, I don't know them. We like shared like maybe 3 months together out of a life.
I don't know like that.
I wish them the best, but
Yeah.
but I'm not inviting them to the cookout. They can't come to Thanksgiving. Like,
There's a cookout, your ass won't be there.
like, you just can't come. There's not enough seats at the table.
Would you want to be on HBO Max Legendary? Hell yeah. Sorry, that was a really good question. So I would absolutely want to be.
Wait, Legendary?
Yeah, have you seen that? It was on HBO Max.
Oh my God. You know, Erica from Big Brother All Stars was trying to cast that show. And she was in talks to do it. And she was trying to get me to be one of the judges when she was trying to cast it. And I was like,
yeah, you would be born for it.
But of course, it ended up being Law. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, of course Law got it, you know?
Yeah.
If it came down to me or Law, I would give it to Law. Like,
yeah, that's a fair trade, okay.
Like, Law is everything.
I know. So Legendary got canceled. It was on HBO Max, and now people, the judges, the producers, the EPs of the show have been tweeting like, what other network do you think would be a good home? So I'm like, go to Paramount Plus, because that way I could be a guest judge, please. So
claim it, girl.
I want it.
Are they trying to move it to someplace else? You know, that's the thing with, I'm so happy that my documentary didn't go to HBO Max, or like, because it was up for like a couple of those places.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so, like, they can cancel it or they can pull it, or, you know, you have to pay for it, or blah, blah, blah. And that was a conversation we really sat down and had about when YouTube kept coming back and forth to the table for it. It was like, if it goes to YouTube, anybody can see it. It's almost one of those things where you kind of want anybody to have access to it.
It is required education that everybody needs access to. So yes, I am very glad that it's accessible to so many people. And if you don't know what we're talking about in here, we're talking about Marcellas' amazing documentary in partnership with Vogue, right?
Yes.
It's called Supreme Models. It is based on his amazing book highlighting Black models. It is an absolutely amazing, amazing series.
But maybe the producers of Legendary should try to go someplace that doesn't sit behind a paywall. You know, Supreme Models has like over 8 million views now, so it's like,
yeah, I can tell you about that's not gonna happen.
No, it's probably super expensive to produce too.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I know so much about Law, and we crossed paths so many times. He's actually in the documentary.
Yeah.
He's in my documentary. And the day that he shot was the only day I didn't come to set because I booked something else. And I was like, literally, what the hell? And he's from Chicago. And when he started styling, people would say, oh, you should, if you ever need an assistant, Law should assist you. But I never needed an assistant because I worked for corporate clients and they weren't paying for assistants. So it was, you know, they had assistants on staff. I was working for Carson's and Myers and Bonton and like stuff like that. So our paths never crossed. And I cannot believe the one day that I wasn't on set. He's there. I was like, we are not the same person. I am not Law in a wig.
I don't know. I've never seen Marcellus and Law Roach in the same room.
I wish. I'm obsessed.
I
But
don't
I did
know.
get to hang out with Zendaya the day she shot. So
That's
I feel like it's gonna happen at some point.
You two are born to cross paths. It's gonna happen. It's cosmic.
I know. Have you met him?
No, not yet, but I will one day.
Okay. I have an in, and we're gonna make that happen.
Now you're making me
it is so funny because we have all these friends in common that keep saying, I can't believe you both are from Chicago, you both from the South Side, you both were stylists. Da, 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 da. There were all these places where we were supposed to interact or where we were supposed to meet, and we never met. But that's fashion too. It's like so often with fashion, you're the only Black person on set. So even if we were working for the same client, there would be days where I would be there, he probably wouldn't be there, and then you know, vice versa. So we keep crossing paths, and we keep like leaving friends messages saying, oh, one day I'm going to meet him, or I know who he is, or yeah, he's doing so well, congratulations, he's killing it, da, 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 da. And he actually left a message the day that he shot, and he was like, is he not here?
You're like, God damn it. No.
It's so funny.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I adore you. I need to take this face off and get some sleep because I have a very early flight to DC tomorrow. So.
Oh my God. I love you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you so much. You're an angel.
When you come back, but let's do it in person. Is Joseph going to be here with you or no?
Yeah, we'll both be here.
Okay, perfect. We'll go to Soho House or something.
Okay, cool. Wherever you want to go, I'll meet you.
Okay, perfect. All right.
I love you.
Good night, honey. Sleep well.
Bye, babe. All right. Followers, I love you guys. Good night. Marcellus doesn't know how to.
I'm like an old man trying to figure out how to end it. Leave.
I'm just going to hit the X. That was so funny. Okay. Good night. I have a wonderful, muscular, kind, sweet man also waiting for me to hit him on FaceTime. So good night. I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.